K14, my career games. Make sure you leave a like up against the Golden State Warriors. 15 games, man. That's a lot. Right now we got 14. If I wrestle, I gotta do some moves. Oh no, I don't like wrestling.
The home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. As we take a look here at David Lee, guys, what do you think?
Well, I'm a big fan of David Lee, fellas. I mean, you look at the way he's progressed in his career. Each season he's found a way to improve and now become one of the better passing forwards in the NBA. I just like what he does because he can figure out ways to win each and every night.
I think a lot of it just has to do with him feeling right at home with the ball on the block. If you double, you'll find the open man, and if you don't, he'll square up and go into his move. He just finds a way to be productive on offense.
Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand. They've got to feel like, guys, they have an opportunity to rack up some wins over the next stretch of their schedule. You know, they'll be playing a lot of games in their own building.
Right now, looking at the Warriors, they've been the story of the regular season in my mind, smashing expectations and really taking the league by storm.
Yeah, they've been impressive, no doubt about it. Among the league's best as we approach the postseason.
Sanders' shot is off.
Well, I think Larry Sanders is one of the most improved players in the league, guys. I don't know where you stand on it, but, you know, he led the league in ejections, too, with 5. He's got to control and manage his emotions a little better.
Now here's Crawford. Clock at 6. The dish to Bogut. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in. Bogut's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Warriors. Here's the feed to Sanders. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Back to Sanders, who said he's taking steps to keep his composure, not getting to other players and feel the wrath of officials. Those technicals were piling up.
Well, Kevin, he's already made some nice strides in his approach to the game, just eating right, getting to the gym early. You know, you really have to learn how to become a professional, and I think Sanders has made that next step.
Free throw drops for Sanders.
Really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League games. They built a new 3,000-seat arena.
Had a chance to catch up with Mark Jackson. His squad picked up a win in their first matchup against this team, and he said the game plan remains the same. Attack, attack, attack. We want to pound the ball into the paint and try to score the ball inside. We'll see.
Thanks again, Doris. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And, you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
And he can't get the first one.
Suited to play a point forward role where he's handling the ball quite a bit, either in transition or in the half court at the high post. He can use his size to pass over the top of people.
And the second free throw, good. And you go back to Iguodala. No, it's played.
Kevin, this is the guy who does everything and does well. I think he does a really good job of doing that. He rebounds, he defends, he passes, he provides scoring. You can't just look at his point totals and evaluate his game.
He brings a lot to the
table.
What do you call stat
sheet
stuffer?
Yes, sir. That's him.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Magic.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And here's Crawford following the three from Caron Butler. Lee kicks to Bogut, plays it up and banks it in.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
The Bucks have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Sanders, Lee with the steal. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got his bucket of the night.
That's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside the paint, either with a pass
In Portland,
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
and the rejection by Sanders. It's out of bounds. Warriors able to retain. Julia, he's checked in for Larry Sanders. To the left wing. Lee passes to O'Neal. Back to Lee. And the shot is good. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 situation, once the
we
season
can't stop
concluded, he was in the
that.
final year of his deal. The Hawks said we'll interview other candidates and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
Now here's Crawford, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Shot clock at 6. Crawford left side. Knight grabs the board. Well, Stephen, back to Coach Drew, of course. He ended up signing.
The Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in his 6th season in the NBA, fellas, and he was considered the top player in his high school class. Very, very highly regarded. He's yet to be a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter.
Mayo hits them both. And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player, some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard, shooting guard. He's just a player, though. I think he can do a lot of things on the floor.
He's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score, and most of those points coming off jump shots.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And Kevin, that was an outstanding win. To get it the way they did in overtime made it that much sweeter, I think.
I agree, and I think most people probably thought that once they couldn't win it in regulation, that they had missed their best shot and overtime wasn't going to go their way. So give them credit for pulling it out.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Harris outside. It's Mayo on the wing. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Barnes kicks to O'Neal. Shot from 12. No luck. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
They really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game, guys. In terms of their offense, nothing seemed to go right.
And once they started spiraling downward, there was no getting out of it, Steve. Their scoring just went dry.
And the Warriors with possession here. O.J. Mayo getting it to go from deep. Crowder, the pass to Nedovic. Feeds it to Barnes. Making a change here. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Nedovic kicks to Barnes. Fades back. No good on the buzzer.
Passing it inside so the big man could pass it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second back here.
Last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year two, they got it done. And
But they want to keep Giannis.
Hey, Kevin Jay, in that last game against the Trailblazers, we can't wait to see where. Guys?
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that.
Approaching this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Oh, that's
Both free throws good from Ridnow. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. And he just finished signing an extension through the 2014-15 season. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a
don't
head
stay on the
coach?
ground. Stay on the ground. Don't go for that pump fake.
Players buy into what you're selling, and Mark Jackson's been able to do that.
Just focus on your man. If you got the ball, just focus on
You like
defense.
playing for him, and that's most of the battle right there.
Butler, good on the 13th.
That's all you gotta do. Just focus on your man.
For Milwaukee.
Whoever man
Mid-range
it is,
jumper
focus
becomes
on
a pretty
defense.
high percentage shot for him when
Just
he has
worry
that
about
kind of space.
one-on-one defense. If he passed the ball, whoever man is that he passing it to,
Here's Bazemore.
y'all better stay on
He
him.
hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. It's a little over a minute and a half in. Ilyasova dishes to Sanders. Can't connect
rushed
from
it.
short range.
His finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
Ridnour against Crawford. Pass to Lee. Butler with the block, and he recovers it. Lee gets the bucket. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Mayo is Milwaukee has gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Knight, it's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Well, Brandon Knight out of Kentucky is more of a combo guard than a pure point when you look at him offensively. But with his long arms and good athleticism and at 6'3", I think there's a lot of upside for him at the defensive end of the floor. I think he's a guy that can defend 1 and 2s effectively.
Here's Knight. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. So the wing on the left. Here's Sanders, and he uses the glass on the layup. Sanders has got 7.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And for Brandon Knight offensively, he's still trying to figure it out.
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. He does have some point guard skills. He's got some athleticism, but he's really an excellent outside shooter when he's got time to set up.
No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. Both teams trying to get a hold.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, yeah, 8 lead changes already. That's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight. It's a competitive matchup.
The two
Time in this game, guys.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. They just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the time out.
Perkins across the way on the sideline.
Guys, well, Larry Drew had some advice for his team over that last break. He wanted them running a more structured offense. He said, this isn't playground basketball. We need guys working together to create better opportunities. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
And thank you, Doris. Now here's Mayo after the miss from Andre Iguodala. A look from Mayo. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Crawford passes to Iguodala. And low to Lee. And stolen by Butler. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Butler kicks it up. Percent shooting. Look from Crawford. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Crawford's got his second buck. The Bucks trail. Dishes it to Sanders. Takes it off the glass. 1:15 left in the first half. Crawford outside. Iguodala dishes to Crawford. Back to Iguodala. Carter outside. There's the three. Knight.
Continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Crawford with the ball. And it's Knight picking him up. Passes it to Iguodala. Carter outside. Three off the mark. Miller on 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Point Caron Butler. The Warriors trailing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Crawford passes to Carter. Back to Crawford. Shoots the three, and that one's good. Crawford's got his third bucket of the night.
Looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Here's Knight. Nice D from Crawford.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Close.
Ron, just a quick question before you head off to the locker room. What's the key strategy in a game like tonight's facing this type of team?
I mean, you just got to protect the paint. They got, great guys that's, on the perimeter knocking down shots. So, run them off the shots and, make them into facilitators and playmakers.
You guys certainly accomplished that.
Right after that.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Hello and welcome against Milwaukee. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend. They're a team that scores with great efficiency, and that's been on a nice field goal percentage. That's it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Sanders.
It's going to be important to see, if they can slow him here because so far they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you've got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, fronting, play behind, double teaming. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
It's Lee and Bogut inside. Jordan Crawford out there with Carter. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward. And that's the group for Mark Jackson as we begin the second half. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good. Iguodala's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Warriors. Bucks trail by 3. Here's the pass to Sanders. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Knight. From the top of the key. Misses off the right iron.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Carter kicks to Crawford. Oh, that's blocked. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight.
And, out of Turkey, Ersan Ilyasova, an interesting combination of talents. I mean, he's one of the more intriguing guys in the league when you watch him closely. He's not the biggest or the burliest, but he's got a toughness about him that shows itself on the offensive glass. He's also a really good outside shooter, able to play that spread four role.
Sanders with the steal. Outside Mayo. He dishes it to Sanders. Butler against Iguodala. Outside Butler. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. They get Andre Iguodala. And Clark, you mentioned Ilyasova. He had that breakthrough season in 2011 and 12, and after the early slump, continued to deliver Steve last year.
Hybrid four. He's a power forward who can guard multiple positions on the perimeter.
Free throw, good Butler. It's a neck-and-neck game in Golden State. Crawford, 9 points. He kicks to Ilyasova. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing. Signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, just with the way he can run and defend, should allow Iguodala to be the playmaker that really is his natural game.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. Delfino comes in for Caron Butler. Now here is Harris. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Sanders' shot is off. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And Steve, you mentioned how tough Iguodala is in transition. Great ball handler for his size. And Clark, I know you love his athleticism.
Yeah, he's really a point forward offensively, but he can finish big, and he's always putting pressure on the defense when he's in attack mode. A good ball handler and passer. His outside shooting is up and down, but I'd love to have him on my squad.
Full reverse layup. Crawford's got 11 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Harris kicks to Middleton. Back to Harris. Releases. And the jumper falls for him. Harris has got his first points of the night. We've gone about 3 minutes. The rebound by Middleton. Middleton's got his third rebound tonight. Delfino gets a screen from Sanders. Delfino, and that's good.
And as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Larry Drew's huddle. He mentioned defensive strategy right away. He wants fewer bodies in the paint and more on the perimeter to contest those perimeter jump shots. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And here is Harris, following the 3 from Baseman. 1:36 left in the third quarter. That's good from Harris on the assist by Delfino.
No time to answer back on that possession.
Bazemore passes to Crowder. Back to O'Neal. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket. There's the dish to Neal. Ridnour from outside, and another 3 from Milwaukee.
Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc.
Now here's Lee. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's O'Neal with the layup. Bucks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. The open shot, Harris cans the shot. Bazemore dishes to Barnes, and he gets it to go. No good on that last second attempt there. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Bucks which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here. Bucks leading by 3. And it's Butler in a small position. 5 on the clock. Releases. And right through it goes. Harris has got the lead.
Give an inch.
In the middle, here's Mings to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Need a lot more shots.
Harris against Iguodala. And the Carter kicks to Crawford. Golden State moving it around. No good from Bogut. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. DeMayo. Sanders passes to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Carter and against Tripp. Carter against Harris. Something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I was able to listen to what Mark Jackson was going with his. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. And here's Crawford. O.J. Mayo getting it to go from deep. Iguodala's drive. Tries to save it. And so it looks like a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. 6.
A mistake by the defense.
Milwaukee leading by 10. Kicks to Ilyasova. Down low. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And defensively, Clark, I'm not sure which way he's been better.
I don't think he's.
Sanders hits them both. Warriors trail by 12. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Ilyasova. Sanders with the ball. Bogut picks him up. No one near him. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
The shot by Iguodala. That one falls. On the night.
I love when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
Now here is Harris. It's Mayo on the way. Back to Harris. 6 to shoot. It's good from about 19 feet. Harris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks. Golden State running out of time. Crawford outside. Lee up top. Carter outside and stolen by Mayo. Iguodala with the steal. And here's Carter. Pass to Crawford. Floater, and he sinks the layup.
That's such a heel shot, that floater over the top.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
When I got a chance to hear what Mark Jackson said to his club, he said they're on high. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And the basket by Harris.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
And these are the types of games where it's obvious one team clearly had the edge. Tonight, it's going to be a great win by a large margin for the Bucks.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought
And intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Larry Sanders. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see it to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
Gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
Left in the fourth quarter. Harris kicks to Mayo. Back to Harris. 16 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. Sanders dishes to Mayo. And another three.
Yes.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to say win. There's a little extra.
So
Showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
and a chance now to send you over to Doris. Doris?
A lot more energy in the third quarter. What did Coach team in the locker room at halftime?
I mean, we was going through the motions, and coach stressed that. Collectively, we came out and just took it to another level and was able to win the game.
Karan, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Jay.
This is your captain speaking. We've begun our...
Hello, my name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris. On the next episode, we will be versing the Sacramento Kings. So, I can't wait until that episode comes. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.